Hello, welcome back to Tibu's Investigative Card Making, where we help you discover the creativity in you. My name is Teresa Bullman, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in East Tennessee, where it's very pretty and rainy today. Today is our second, I think, Wacky Wednesday tips that I've learned. And I have been experimenting with color pencils, which we're sticking to the Assortment 2 watercolor pencils. And we are using our blender pens. I mark these because I'm also experimenting with our soft, what are they called? Let me bring them. Soft pastels assortments. So I have been experimenting with that, and that is going to be on one of our Wacky Tip Wednesdays. And Wacky Tips Wednesdays will not be a Wacky Tip Wednesday without a Wacky Tip, which I will tell you at the end of the video. Just a warning. I should say, what is it that they say at the beginning of something that they, like a caution type thing? I did not come up with these. My wacky tipster husband did. He's the best wacky tipster that I know so far. But if you have any wacky tips for me, now a wacky tip is something that is not a true tip, like how to color with watercolor pencils or anything. It's a let me give you an illustration. Last time we had a wacky tip. Let me see, I'm trying to look at my notes. Never cut your cardstock from the inside, always cut from the outside. Last time I said I have absolutely no idea what that means, and I still don't. That's a wacky tip. It's kind of something that makes absolutely no sense. Although this Wednesday, today's tip, wacky tip, is kind of makes sense. Because we've heard this saying before, but we meaning my husband and the mouse in his pocket, I am solely pleading the fifth, or whatever the plead is for. Surely there's an amendment for this in our bill of I was going to say Bill of Rights. Yeah, in our rights department. Like freedom of speech. Sometimes some people need to be wise in their freedom of speech. Besides, you didn't get that freedom of speech by no means of yourself. Okay, we'll get off that soapbox. All right, I have been practicing with this, and I want to show you what I have done so far. I've actually made a card, but I can't find the card I made, so yes, I can. Here's one. I colored the thing. Pumpkin. I was going to call it a pineapple. Okay, there's just too much rain, and my hair, natural curly, is curling inside around my brain. This I did today. Let me turn it this way. It's easier for you to see all of it. I got a little out of the lines. That's okay. I have a cure for it tomorrow if it comes in the post. I actually ordered one of those sand eraser thingies, so I'm going to see if that works for me. And then maybe I'll show it to you. I mean, I know you've seen tons of demonstrators that use that thing. But hey, I've never used it. So I'm going to use it along with my glue bottle thing. We're going to see how that works too. Anyways, I colored these all in with pencils. With our watercolor pencils. And I quite like it. Plus, the other thing I like about it, look, this is a smudge of something that I ended up having to turn it over because I didn't even know what that smudge came from. Probably my fingers. So anyway, I really like it. Look at how vibrant the colors are. Oh, and let me tell you, I used the Daffodil Delight. Who was it? I think it was Rachel Tessman. Don't bar me to that and don't sue me if I'm wrong. But I believe it was Rachel Tessman who colored the center of it. I may be wrong, but I watch a lot of her videos. I watch a lot of Connie Stewart and some other people out there that you know really well that have been doing this for ancients. It may have even been Liz from the UK. So my stars and garters, I have no idea who taught me this, you know, on their video, taught all of us. So I took the yellow Daffodil Delight yellow pencil, watercolor pencil, and then I colored it with the orange and had the brown, the early espresso, all that stuff. And then I colored it again. And you can tell. Well, I can. Yes, this one is better for you to tell. Not so much this one or this one, but this one really shows up where I did the yellow. And then I did it on top. Now, you want to be very, very careful that you don't keep going and going and going like the Energy Bunny. You don't want to do that because it will pill your, I think that's what they call it. It makes the paper starts coming up. I haven't done that, but you can feel it sometimes if it, nope, none of these did that. So, you know, you can start to feel it. And so I really liked how this turned out. This turned out really, really nice. I love it. I used the 3 different greens, which is garden green. Yes, I know this. Old Olive and Granny Apple Green. Old Olive is the one I generally go to, but I really do like the garden green in this one. I have also used Mossy Meadow in this before. In, let me see. Oh, we didn't do it on that card. Nope. No more pencil marks. But anyways, so I just wanted to show you what I did before. Now, today's stamp set that I'm using is a celebration stamp set. And of course, oh, here it is under everything, right? Let's have it put under everything. This was a freebie, a stylish sketches. You know what? I wasn't impressed. I mean, it's pretty and it reminds me of my sisters who are artists. They do sketches, and well, one of them really does a beautiful job at sketches. And so really, really nice. I did not want this at first, and then I saw somebody else do it. And you know, isn't that the way when we're not impressed with something, but yet, hey, someone else can change our mind about it? Well, I hope I can change your mind too. This is a really, really nice set. Oh, let me try to open it. Oh, yeah, that hurts. Just the rubber stamps and really nice. There's the fox. Now, the only reason I didn't do the fox is because, oh, I do have Cajun Craze. Never mind. I defeated my purpose. I thought we didn't have a color that I could color this fox. I've seen the color of Cajun Craze. Not so vibrant, but a little Cajun Craze and a little probably early espresso on there. I saw my very first fox. There was actually 2 of them one year when we first moved here at this place called Cade's Cove, and it was out in the field, and I didn't even know what kind of animal it was because I'd never seen a fox before. And someone hollered out at me, just one of the passerbys, one of the visitors. She said it was a fox, and I said, really? I've never seen a fox. I'm getting all excited and everything, and the poor fox probably heard me get excited and started running. But I got to see a real life fox, and I love them just as much as I love my husband. Let's get on with this tippy thing that I'm going to tell you. First of all, on the blender pens, I have designated one of the pens. They come 3 in a pack. I will also put the number and stuff. I will hopefully remember to put the number in that infamous description box below. Also, my website will be there. All you have to do is type in blender pens, okay? I'm sure of it in the search bar thingy. And so I have designated each blender pen for a particular thing that I'm using. Like today I'm using pencils. Another time I would use our reinkers or to color, okay? And just today I was using one of them for my chalks because I had to relearn the chalks again, because when I was younger and we were in art school, a private art school, my sister, eldest next to me, she was younger than me, but she loved art, and apparently you can make money in art, but you can't in music. I beg to differ. So anyway, we all had to take art classes, and yummy. Oops, I don't want to use that end. So yeah, I forgot what my point was supposed to be. Oh, the chalks. I'm back. You know, they are curling up about my brain. I did warn you of that, right? Okay, so we learned how to use pastel chalks back then. So now with the blender pen, there are two, as you can see, two ends. They're both the same size. They both have some kind of thingy. They're acid free. I can't read them because I already put my thing on there. But they're quite interesting. I love painting with them. You have a lot of control with these. Let's see if that'll work. No, I'll lose it. Okay, so what I did was I stamped the ducks, and I stamped the little, I have no idea what these things are, but I colored them yellow. Okay, oh wait, we don't need this yet. I haven't colored. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use crushed curry, and I'm going to color these things. I know one of you, somebody out there, knows what this is. I have no idea. I know the thought of squash comes to mind. We don't have that in. Well, I don't ever remember saying that in Spanish. So this one looks like a sea urchin. So when I did this in my what do you call it? With my chalks, I did different colors because I didn't even know what they were. So. But anyway, what I'm going to do is quickly color this. Let me tell you, it is not really hard to do. I was going to actually use the darker green for this, but I changed my mind. I'm using garden green. And then I'll use, what is this? Granny apple green for the leaves. You don't have to be perfect on the coloring. Just, if you want to go out of lines, go out of lines. If you don't. I mean, it's supposed to be relaxing. Stress release. I did not like coloring because I felt like you had to be perfect. But I found that I'm not perfect, and it's okay. The only person I know that's perfect is God, and, hey, He made this beautiful world that we are living in at this moment. Okay, that was quick, right? See, watercolor pencils and the chalks, the soft pastels. Oh my goodness, you can color faster than a Whipple in blueberry season. It's unbelievable. Now the only reason I'm using blue, and this is balmy blue, it happens to be one of my favorite blues. When I was younger, I always wore blue. Always. Then my mother said, there are other colors out there. I'm like, Mom, I don't like the other colors out there, Mom. I want to be blue. So she got me into other colors, and now I'm doing the same thing as I did before, which was, now I love purple, and that was cherry cobbler, y'all. We use crushed curry. This time I'm using crushed curry. I forgot my orange. Well, that's okay. That would mean we'd have to go out of this box, and I didn't want to do that. So, guess what? Everything about him is going to be orange. Well, we could use the cherry cobbler. We'll use cherry cobbler for their feet. the lighting in here. My husband's fixing our studio lights. He has a set of professional studio lights, so we could use them while I'm videotaping, and we're doing a project right now that requires those lights, so I'm really excited about the project, and you'll get to see it soon, I hope, and I hope you'll like it. I know, cherry cobbler feet, oh well, don't tell anybody. They're not going to be on the oh, these are ducks. Some people like eating ducks, not me. I think they're too cute. And then we're going to go with garden green for the ground. Okay, let me tip this. I am left-handed, so everything turns so that it's in the left. And I'm going to go down here a little bit. Now, everything's colored. We're all done. Now, you could actually leave it just like this. You could actually just go ahead, stamp your sentiment, place it on a base or a layer, and you're on your way and you're done. You could do that. But check this out. Now, you'll see I did not color in every little spot. This is what I love about this thing. Check it out. It's like using alcohol markers without using alcohol markers. I mean, some people don't like using the Stampin' Write markers. I love them. Oh my goodness, I love, love, love my Stampin' Write markers. I am not, I started off using the alcohol markers, and I'm not real good with them right now, so I'm not using them as much. But let me tell you, for those of you that are really good at it, oh my goodness, it really, don't take me wrong, it does not take forever to learn how to use a Stampin' Write, not Stampin' Write, but an alcohol marker. They're a lot easier than I thought they would be. I'm going to go ahead and do this green down here. Look at how it blends. Hence the word blender pen. Yes, awesome sauce. Okay, we're done with all that. Now, every time you change a color, you want to scratchy a little bit till it runs clear, and then go to your next color. Now, since we're using the same color here as we are on the ducks, we don't really need to do that. Only last night or today, I've been up all night. One of these days, I'll actually go to bed. But when you switch colors, you want to use a different, you want to clear it out. So, like when I go to the blue, I want to clear it out. And I'm being very careful as to not touch the blue with the yellow, because that's his collar. Let me go over here and fix this a teeny bit. Okay, and her neck. And his neck. Okay. I do wait till the black ink is done being wet. And oh my. So, because it also picks up that color too. We're doing the red, and I forgot I did their beaks red, so we'll go back. It's really not like I missed it or anything. Yay, there we go. She's got a really dark red lipstick on. See how it comes off, and now it's gone. It doesn't take long for it to do that. Now I'm going to do his color thingy. See how it goes a little lighter? And it's pushing the color, I've noticed. And that's it. That is our color base, and I really like that. Now, as I was talking, I gave you a few tips. One, you don't have to color like I did, but I have noticed there's a difference in doing that. And one of the pumpkins that I did before, I think it was this one, yeah, it's lighter, but I went back to try to make it darker, and it is a little bit darker than it was, and I did do the brown, but it's really not as, I don't think it's as vibrant as these. You really can't go back like you can with the alcohol markers. This is so cute. Now, the stamp set I'm going to use is the one from our paper pumpkin. It's called Sweets Sunflower. And I believe we have it coordinates with another set that we have in our online store. And I believe it's in the annual catalog. Don't quote me on that either. I'm not quotable today. So the stamp set I'm using is for a one-of-a-kind friend. And, you know, doesn't that just yell that? Let me clean this because I have no idea what's on it. And I don't want to stick my finger or my project in there since I did really color it pretty. I did a really good job. Oh, I think I didn't color it. I originally used soft suede on it and forgot to clean it. So, oopsie, here's my thingamajigger. I take the Simply Chamois. It's big. Let me show you. It comes big. Then I cut this one semi in half. Then I cut them in quarters because they're easier to maneuver with in quarters. Kind of like, where'd that black go? Oh, kind of like, I don't know, if you have a difficulty with your hands or whatever, it's a lot easier to hold for me. But you don't have to hold it. All you have to do is lay it flat and then just rub your stamp over it. And I mean, that's not really something you have to see much, right? Okay, so, okay, yes, I'm going to check this. And it looks beautiful except for right there. That was on me. So we'll just be watchful when we go to stamp it over here. The best thing to do, oh, I pressed too hard over there. That's all right. Nobody's gonna know but you. And hopefully it'll fade out just a little bit, right? So that is it for me today. However, the Wacky Wednesday tip. Okay, this is really wacky. I mean, have you ever heard of don't accept wooden nickels? I have to get my cheat sheet over here. Oh, this is from my husband, who is the best wacky tipster there is. So he says, have you ever heard that you shouldn't accept wooden nickels? Well, wooden cards aren't any better because they are hard to mail. Okay, so that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. If this video has made you laugh or made you think of anything, please think about giving us a thumbs up. That means me, the mouse, and the frog in my pocket. Yes, and my wonderful husband. And also, if you'd like to see more of our videos, please click on the subscribe as well as the bell, which will warn you when we come back. And that's a good warning. Yes, it will tell you, hey, Miss Teeboo is back on. Yeah. So, yeah, that would be great. Now, the information in the infamous, what is it? The infamous description box below will have my website. We'll have the watercolor stuff that I used in the description box, that infamous description box below. So I thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. I appreciate it greatly. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye.